It is a very impressive building, first and foremost. The dimensions and the height and the space and the air, it's so impressive, and it's very different to what we had previously. What's really nice is that it's a bit of a TARDIS effect, so you don't quite realize just how big the place actually is once you first come in. Even from the outside, people come in and they're really knocked back by the cathedral-like proportions we have. But then you have all of the records and all of the storage and the cleaning facilities, conservation, digitization, in addition to the outreach and events areas, the lecture theater that holds 200 people, the seminar rooms. So it's just such a multifaceted space, and it's super important because it attracts a whole host of people to the archives who may not have normally visited us in the past and had no reason to. And we are diversifying our audiences while maintaining our core audiences through events and outreach and programs, and really opening ourselves up to the community space as a massive, beautiful building that the Ipswich finally has.
The Rural Coffee Caravan exists to help address the causes and symptoms of loneliness and isolation in rural Suffolk. And we do this by sending out 4 mobile pop-up cafes stroke sort of information hub to create a really welcoming, warm, non-threatening, open to everybody coffee morning or afternoon. And people come along, meet their neighbours, spend time with their neighbours, make new friends. Suffolk Archive Trailer on Tour is a fantastic resource that we can have visit with us in the villages, because it brings history to them. They don't have to go and find it. And it evokes shared memories, common memories, so it's a talking point for them. And they love reminiscing. And so to actually see resources, artifacts, that kind of thing, and chat about them, it's lovely to see. So it's hugely useful for us.
Special Delivery was an intergenerational project. Its aim was to unite different generations through a shared exploration of the art of communication, and we drew inspiration for that from documents held by Suffolk Archives. We had paired up a number of primary schools with corresponding residential care homes, and we had selected from Suffolk Archives collections of letters. So we selected some of these letters and we shared them with the groups of school children and with the adults, and through that we then made different interpretations of those letters and explored them more deeply when the children visited the archives. In the words of a 9-year-old who visited the archives, who went there saying, "I've never been here before, I don't know this place," came out saying, "They're really important, aren't they? Because not only do you learn about your past, but it helps you understand your future."
When we were at the hold, we got to see some old documents and got to find out a bit about our family and the past. And we also got to go in the theatre and watch a film, and it was really fun.
Before I came, I didn't even know what an archives was. I saw loads of books and history and loads of paintings, and it was really nice when I went because I love all the activities and the people.
That is a really good place to learn a lot of stuff, because they've got a library room and that, and you can learn where people used to live in your house and that when it was built.
It's important because not many young children might not get the chance to, and it's good to learn about the past and just to meet new people as well.
Picture Books for All as an exhibition was a project that my colleague Rob Ramsden and I decided to work on. Knowing that the hold was going to be built here, we knew that the Cowles archive was going to be here. Cowles, W.S. Cowles, was a printers based in Ipswich. They started in 1818 and closed around about 1988, 89 sort of time. And they were responsible for bringing Bar the elephant to the UK, printed Orlando the cat, and went on to help establish Puffin Picture Books with Penguin Books and Noel Carrington. The private view went really well. There was lots of people attended, and one of the really special things was having some ex-Cowles employees come to the exhibition. Having a gallery space at the Hold is really important because it widens community impact. It brings in people who wouldn't otherwise come and visit the archives. And having this as a space on campus also allows people of Ipswich to come and experience the wider campus. And also with an exhibition like Picture Books for All, it can bring in people from further afield as well to help showcase what Ipswich has to offer.
My name is Ivy Scott, and I am the exhibition lead and the research lead for the Windrush committee. The exhibition we had here was to celebrate the Windrush generation in Ipswich. We covered looking at and celebrating the achievement of our black ancestors who came to Ipswich in the 1940s and the 1950s. So our exhibition was to give people an idea, a taste, but to also give them the knowledge to know about those Windrush elders.
My name's Nick Warren. I'm a facilitator for supporting members as a volunteer. It's a charity that was set up about 4 or 5 years ago. It originated in Scotland. Its main aim was to help people over 50 who suffered from either loneliness or some cases dementia and depression. So the idea was to get people together to sort of have help with their social isolation, bring people together to talk about sport, to talk about their memories, to bring memorabilia in so that sparked conversation. The Hold has been absolutely vital in actually providing us with a base, and they've hosted us for well over a year now post-pandemic. And it's been really helpful because it's provided us with a facility to meet, it's provided us with IT equipment and video equipment which we can use, it's got the teas and coffees, and it's just a very nice communal space in which to get groups together. So we've thoroughly enjoyed and very thankful that we've had the opportunity to use it.
Well, I'm Bridget Hanley. I'm the Senior Archivist here at Suffolk Archives at the Hold. I manage a small team of archivists and we manage all the incoming material, of which there is tons now, but we have plenty of room to put it in, so that's really great. And I also help out with the front of house and with university sessions as well. We've got 86% of the archives here now and 14% at Bury, so this is very much the largest collection, which I think is a benefit to searchers because they're then looking at things that they can pull in from different collections, and we have a lot more open access now, so people are able to browse a lot more of our printed collections than they used to be able to. At Gatwick Road we were very limited to the amount of space people had to browse the printed things, and I think in Suffolk the printed collection and the archive fit so well together. You can sort of get the whole picture by looking at both those types of sources on any given subject. So I think that's been really brilliant as well.
We have now a modern facility. It's well equipped in terms of bench space. It's flexible in how we can move the tables around, so we can make smaller tables and larger tables. We have, importantly, better extraction equipment, which enables us to use chemicals more safely if we need to use them. So I'm hoping that we'll be able to share our work both in reality with people coming and actually doing some of the work, but also perhaps putting it online and sharing it, blogging about it, so on and so forth. But importantly, I think it's about having people come in and actually volunteer here, and we'll be able to have more of that in the future.
I am Leanne Durrant. I volunteer here at the Hold because honestly it's one of my absolute favourite places. It has a variety of so much that you can do here, from helping with the archives to doing fun events to helping with kids to introducing kids to history, a little bit about their own history in the community and things like that. And there is just so much to do, as in meeting new people, learning people's backgrounds, and even finding a little bit of yourself here.
So We Have to Move On began with Sandra Ball contacting my colleagues at Suffolk Archives about a memoir that her grandfather had written, and he lived right here in Palace House Stables during World War II, having left Nazi Germany because the family was Jewish. And so that started the ball rolling, no pun intended, for a fantastic project that looked at all the refugees that lived in and around Newmarket. So Suffolk Archive was absolutely key to this project. They put together a team of amazing volunteers who did all this research that then we fed from to create an exhibition, to create the pieces of theatre, films, music, dance. They were the absolute keystone to all of it, and without them and their fantastic volunteers, none of this would have happened.